Right. Marilyn? Vessel? Hello, Vessel.
How's it, David? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Cool. Very good, very good. Are you still in the UK?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the sun still shining? Or is it already getting winter?
It's
In the UK, it's winter.
Only 6 weeks, eh?
Okay. So we'll just let some people in. Paula,
Hello, hello.
welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. So,
Sorry for the wind. I'll be muted.
Marita and Fatima. Are you there, Marilyn? Can you hear us? Okay. Gwen. Right, we're good to go.
See?
Hello.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm a bit late.
Oh, it's fine.
Hello, this.
Hi, Marilyn. Haven't seen you for ages. How are you?
I mean, honestly, I'm good. You can see.
Oh,
I'm good.
fantastic.
Busy, but good.
Yes. Well, busy is always a good thing, hey? Yeah.
Nice to
No, you're
see
looking
you.
fabulous.
You think? You think? Not
Very
sure
good
about
camera.
that.
Otherwise, what
Let's
you've got
hear
there.
what the story is.
Oh, all right,
A
everyone.
camera's a camera's a camera. Hi, everybody. Hi.
Cool. All right. So I've invited quite a lot of people, but yeah, there we go. There's Fatima Merida, there's Gwen, there's Marilyn and Vessel. And we got Paula, who's the CEO of Mauni, who's in Malta, I think. And then we've got Emma Buttress from Recovery Connections, who's a case manager of Recovery Connections, which, as you know, is an organization in the UK that we've done a lot of work with. And I've invited Emma to come and witness how we kind of put this together. and yeah. So, as usual, I'm always a bit anxious of these things. Just so you know, we're recording this, so we've got this for on record. But the trust has really, been rather dormant for a while. But now we're in a real position where we can really go off and make a difference. Let me rephrase that, to continue to make a difference on a larger scale. Yeah, and I really want to start off by thanking Marilyn and Vessel, who've been walking with me since 2005 on this fucking trust. Excuse my language, but fucking hell, what a journey. JP Morgan came to me where Vessel was as a compliance guy and said, David, here's 100,000 Rand. Yep, we need you to set up a CSI trust because it's good for JP Morgan. Yep. And I and Vessel's words were, "We don't know what you do, but we know you're doing something good." Yep.
And we still feel that.
Yeah, and yeah. So he gave me the 100,000 rand, and it's around the same time I met Marilyn. And Marilyn's a clinical psychologist who really brings clinical expertise to what is now called the Foundation Clinic. At the time, it was called Sharp, and Sharp was a 12-step type facility. And Marilyn basically came along and said, "Guys, trauma is the cause here." And oh, I'm going to burst into tears. But we really, with quite a fucking struggle, embraced and wrestled changing the culture of treatment at the clinic. We really moved away from this 12-step approach, and embraced trauma eventually. And then in 2008, we brought in coaching. Yep. So I went off and I left JP Morgan, having been trained as a life coach, executive coach. And I thought at the time bringing coaching to the clinic would be fantastic. Yep. And we've really been driving trauma in treatment and coaching, particularly before treatment and after treatment. But we've also brought coaching into the treatment process. And we've been banging this fucking drum since 2008. And 20 years later, the world is starting to catch on to what lived experience recovery organizations are, the importance of lived experience, and where we are pioneering, and I say this with humility, but we're fucking brilliant, is in the professionalization of people with lived experience. Yep. So Paula is a student of ours that went off and built Vista Health as part of her portfolio of evidence. And she and Paula are the co-founders of Mauni, which is a company in the Netherlands, which is the overarching commercial umbrella organization. Yep. And the clinic moved to the foundation clinic, and it moved to the biopsychosocial model with a therapeutic professional team and um, really brought in empowering Fatima Merida in their roles as clinic manager and practice manager. And in the South African context that is incredibly important, yeah, for bringing in female empowerment and bringing in Black empowerment. Yep. In the South African context, that's really important for the transformation agenda. And Fatima Merida owned 26% of the foundation clinic, which is the entity of the clinical entity of the trust. Yeah. So sorry to give a bit of, well, I'm not sorry, I'm proud to give a bit of history. Yeah. So because I just want to place everybody. So I've asked Emma to come here from Recovery Connections, which is now a Mauni certified lived experience organization in the UK. When Recovery Connections came to visit us at the clinic in 2015, Dot, the CEO of Recovery Connections, sat in one of our groups and was blown away by the compassion that people experience when they come to the foundation for treatment and just the way that we do things. And that really influenced her in going back to Recovery Connections. And we've been training Recovery Connections for the past 10 years. And the past 3 years, I've been working on a project called building recovery in Middlesbrough. And you would have seen the research report that went out about the work that I've done over the past 3 years. So getting the training accredited, getting it ISO 17024 compliant, which is now running from the Netherlands under Maoni, and going forward is why we're here today. Mark, how's that for a start? Okay, so now we'll do
Great intro.
Now we'll do a check-in with a one-word check-in on how you're feeling and where you're from. And Gwen's coming and going, so luckily we got this recorded as well. Is everyone all right if this is recorded? We need to record it for transparency reasons, because the governance of a Section 18A is you have lots of eyes watching. And I promise you, when you've got something that says, oh, this is run by a bunch of junkies, people go, what the, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, we're here. So I'd really like to start with Marilyn. Yeah. And Marilyn, I really just want to honor you for just walking with me for so long. And yeah, just supporting me through the fucking good times and the bad times. And
Hard to believe that it's 20 years. I mean, when I saw that, I thought, wow. But
it is.
let's hear. I'm very curious to hear, once you've asked everyone what you need to, what you have in your minds.
Oh, how are you feeling though? Curious, is that a
And
feeling?
what's different? And to check in. I'm very curious.
Okay, cool.
Very.
All right.
In a good way. Curiosity is a good thing.
Okay. Vessel, can I go to you next and just honor you as well? And
Yeah.
Vessel is a man of lived experience as well. And we fucking love him.
So we've got all the scars, so we know exactly what you're doing out there. Some of us had to go through the pipeline to understand actually the need of what you guys are doing. Yeah, so very excited again for you guys. I've just been amazed that you've done this journey so long with absolutely, the absolute minimum resources, to be quite honest. And when I say resources, financial resources, it's really been a hard push. And, if it wasn't for all the great people that have come around, and that you've had on your path, I think you would have probably also thrown the towel in by now. So a big shout out to you for your tenacity and your endurance, and always picking up from where you've left off, and the growth that we've seen also the last 20 years. And as I keep saying, we were hoping we are going to get the millions in, and you've just done it without the funding and still made it a huge success. So yeah, well done to you and the team.
Okay.
I know there's a lot of people in the background, Marietta, Fatima, Marilyn, you all need a recognition, for the journey you've been on. And it's just been amazing to be observing all of this. So yeah, wherever we can help, we will definitely, jump in. And I guess that's what the agenda is about, to make sure that we are compliant, and that Section 18 trust, because the moment we start moving in more cash flows, we will come up on the radar. So it's, very important to do all our tick box exercises before we start taking in big cash flows, because we are going to go onto the radar at SARS. If I just look at the cash flows that you're starting to mention. Yeah.
Thanks, Vessel. Gwen, are you here? Can you hear us?
I can only hear you now. I've missed a lot of what's been said. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Gwen. So we've got a recording, so you'll be able to catch up. And I've just gave a brief overview of what we're been talking about. And I just really thanked Marilyn and Vessel for walking with me for so long. And now I'd like to thank you for walking with me also in the role of trustees, and also the many, 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 many conversations that we've had around this sort of the challenges that we face, and to just kind of be so supportive, and to really bring not only your wisdom as a friend, but also someone who's been impacted as a family member. Yeah, and I promise you, Gwen's going to be freaking out now. She's going to be pacing up her little flat in Birdhaven, resetting that router, and going fucking this and fuck that. And but she's a hell of a lot of support. Yeah, in the background as well. So I just want to honor her, and she can watch the recording. Okay, so those are the trustees, Emma. The roles of the trustees is to keep me sane, and if I go insane, to step in, to make sure that the money is handled in the way that it's meant to according to the trust deed. Now, the trust deed is a document, yeah, that basically says we can go out into the world and treat people for addiction and train people for addiction. And we're a public benefit organization, so we have to benefit the public. Yeah, and the 80% of the population, the majority of the population in South Africa have to be the beneficiaries of this. So there's pressure on the trust to do good work. From a commercial business side of things, that we go and train people. They go out into the world and they then go and open up rehabs and treatment centers, which is a good thing, but they focus on the private market, and then they take away the paying patients from our clinic, which puts a clinic in an incredibly difficult position in surviving. So that tension has, as a leader, has been fucking hard to hold. Yeah. And so we can have a choice of like, okay, well, let's keep all our magic to ourselves. Yep, and just go private and go down a commercial route, which is something that doesn't touch my values. Because between you and me, if whenever I've got some money, some ex-wife comes and asks me for it, so it's best that I'm skint. That was a joke, people. Okay. But I'm more passionate about actually, making some sort of difference, bringing some more fairness into the world. Yeah. So that's their job. They do not get paid. Yeah. It's not a paid role. It's a pure, oh, fuck, we've got a trustee meet. Are these people behaving themselves now? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we had an agenda here and I've completely gone off it. So let's just carry on with the introduction. So let's go to Fatima Merida. Yep. And then we'll go to Paula. And then Emma, if you're happy to talk a little bit about your training journey.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that'll work for everyone. Yes. Okay. Fatima Merida.
Clinic manager of the foundation clinic. It sounded weird. It sounded weird. So weird. Yeah, I've been here basically 21 years. Just checking. And I'm checking in feeling overwhelmed, but positive and curious. That's me.
Okay, so I just want to pause there for a second. 21 years Fatima's been with us. Fatima came in, I think she was 19 years old, Fatih?
Yeah. 21, turning 21.
You were turning 21, yep. You had a teenage pregnancy, yes?
Yeah, at 19.
At 19, yep. And really you and your family have grown up through the clinic, huh?
Sorry, it was 17. It was so long ago. Sorry, I was 17 in matric.
Yeah.
Yeah. My daughter's now 24, 25.
Okay. And sorry I don't mean to embarrass you. In fact, it's a complete opposite. I want to praise you for that
Yeah.
because it's because teenage pregnancy and all that stuff is one of the things that we need to bring awareness to. Yep. And also I just want to I'm so pleased to watch you and your family grow up around the clinic, and I also think that's a fucking achievement that you've come from the cuss, from the ghetto, yeah, and now you're running the clinic in Oakland. It's a fucking hell of an achievement, and we should be proud about that. And I know you get all shy, but your loyalty and dedication and commitment and the shit you've put up with, especially when those Dutch. Okay, no, I'm joking, Paula. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, David.
Thank you. Thank you. Marida?
So I thought we're just checking in. So I'm going to check in inspired and empowered. You were going to be very proud of me this morning.
I'm proud of you all the time, but tell me why I was going to be proud this morning.
So we do have a new project that's currently happening at this exciting. Yeah, it's a lot of excitement. But
A documentary, David, that we're busy with. I was on camera today.
Did it happen?
Yeah,
she's the
I
star
was
of
the
the
star of the show. For the foundation clinic, of course.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So just let us know how you got to the clinic and how long you've been there.
So I'm going on 9 years at the clinic. I came in all broken and shattered to the clinic at the time. Yeah, and obviously Fatima and I are related. We're close. We cousins, we family, we twins. Joking. Yeah, it was a long journey. Also around traumatic experiences that brought me to the clinic, and a lot of lived experiences that's empowered me, through my pain and loss and trauma and all my challenges that I've experienced. Yeah, which obviously you and Fatima and the foundation clinic and my training has empowered me to be where I am today. I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to say.
So
Do
I
you want
can
to say something? I don't know.
so I can feel you across the airwaves, Marida, and you're yeah, and I just really want to respect what's happened. Yeah. So just for a bit of context, Marida is a family member who's had partners struggling with addiction, and then also lost a child. Yeah. And yeah. So again, that kind of goes back to trauma and healing and community and all that stuff. So, Marida, I hope I haven't been offensive here. And I'm just trying to bring some wisdom to all of this. And now you're a TV star. Oh, fuck
TV
that.
star for the foundation clinic and the
Oh,
clinic organizational manager. That's my new name.
are you an organizational manager? Manager.
Oh my word, they like
Lani.
these names. Drives me insane. But anyway, that's the new name coming up for me.
Okay, cool.
I
Go
have
for
to
it.
step into those roles now.
Okay,
Well, I have.
cool. Okay. Paula, are you over to you, love?
Yes, thank you so much. I really hope that you hear me from the background noise to stop me if it becomes too messy. I'm checking in really moved and like yeah, you know, just like sort of tears in my throat. This is very emotional to hear Movida sharing and Fatima and just the importance of this meeting altogether. It's yeah, it makes me emotional, so that's how I'm checking in. So it's really, yeah, and thank you for inviting me to be here today on this meeting, David, Gwen. Nice to see you, Marilyn, Veselin, in the same rooms like this. I think this is for the first time that I see you together like this in a meeting. I've had a chance to interact with you like briefly over the last couple of years since I worked with David, Gwen, and the rest of the team. So I'm based in Netherlands. I'm a mom of two girls, 4 and 11, and I'm also an individual with lived experience. I've went to the clinical treatment in 2019, and well, when I got out, I pretty much from the first days I started off as a student in UACT. So I enrolled for the peer recovery specialist training, and not because I wanted a new title, but because I was searching for something deeper, and I got to understand the recovery from the inside out through that process. And what I experienced there is that I didn't get only trained, but it really truly empowered me, not to change how I see myself, to see how I see others, how I see the recovery and the entire social system of care that surrounds me in Europe, and what it looks like in Africa. And so these days I'm running Maoni from the Netherlands, and we are sharing the same mission to make recovery and learning and the healing accessible to anyone who wants it and anywhere. So what I experienced through UACT and in the Foundation's clinic is primarily compassion and the humility and this deep sense of purpose that was installed in me, that comes from the lived experience, is something that I'm really eager to build on top of and with. So we're from Moni side in the Netherlands, having Moni GGZ and Moni BR. And this is just an extension to the ecosystem that David is now further expanding with UACT, the Foundation's clinic. And we're trying to bridge between technology, education, and the treatment, pretty much around the human connection around that. So I'm here to really listen and learn how I can, from here, from my role, support, whether through aligning international accreditations or integrating those digital solutions in learning VR classrooms, or providing further compliance. And I'm pretty much here to learn and support and express my gratitude for letting me be here with you.
Thank you, Paula. Emma.
Hello. Well, thank you for inviting me. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I'm excited and I'm inspired by all these amazing people. I'm a recovery coach. I'm a community coach for Hartlepool. And I got sober in 2023, and then I was volunteering, and then I met David through Recovery Connections. And it's just gone from there, hasn't it? I've learned so much, and I'm continuously learning. I can see my own growth, and I just appreciate it so much. And it's a family. We're all a family now. But yeah, I'm employed now as a community coach, and I've gone from volunteer to ambassador to, whilst learning all this, to a job. And it's benefited me immensely throughout my work. I enjoy it as well. It's not just because it's a passion of mine. So it's not just about the learning is amazing. And it's just, we enjoy it, we have fun, and while we're learning, and just to spread that throughout my job and use those tools and everything that I learned from the guys, everyone. I can't say a specific name because they're all brilliant, but mainly David. I will say David. Just the support I get as well, because I struggle with learning, and I've got a particular way I can learn, and I've got dyslexia, dyspraxia, ADHD, and now vision problems. And the empathy and the patience in working around helping me learn is amazing. So, and I use everything that I've learned in my everyday life now, whether at work or at work. So, yeah, it's just brilliant. So, thank you. But I'm checking in, inspired and excited.
Thank you, Emma. So Emma's gone through our complete training journey, which is the 3-day intensive. Yeah. The follow-up 10-week systemic wellness practitioner. She then came on and did our case management training. She completed the pilgrimage, which is a 42-day intensive daily container building. She created a fundraiser for, as part of her portfolio of evidence, to where did it go to? To Bruno in Uganda.
Bruno and Robson.
Bruno and Rabson, yeah, and there's and she has a mental health crisis background, and that has really been brought into the community, not only in Hartlepool but in the northeast of England, and yeah, that Emma, you're the only person that's gotten this far in Recovery Connections. And the next step for you would to kind of be at this sort of level to understand what the fuck's going on here, and to make sure people behave themselves. For one, I'm struggling with to finding the correct language. It's lovely to have you here. You just need to watch, and then you can give us feedback afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you for taking the time. Okay, Gwen, would you like to try again? Would you like to check in? Gwen? Okay, poor Gwen. All right. So we'll whip through the agenda quite quickly. Yeah. And just kind of, if we can just move to like the transaction stuff of getting things done. Vessel, the micro, the little, the little pieces of paper that you need to put together and all that stuff. If you and Marita could do that after this, yep, and we can just kind of get agreement from everyone. Yeah. So yeah, so the first point on the agenda is for sustainability and using technology and where we're going. So we have the treatment facility, but what's really going to be beneficial for us to make some money and create sustainability is moving into the outpatient virtual space. Yeah, and to build this ecosystem. And so we're training people, and to bring professionals onto our ecosystem, and that's going to cost about £15 a month to somebody to sign up. They will get our Google, they'll get a Google email address. They get our AI tools that we're putting together. And if we do that, we can start to build in some sustainability for us. We've chosen to use the Gmail platform because it sits on Android devices, and it's easier for people to get a cell phone. So we were able to build the Hope Foundation in Uganda, which is a school, and then elevated initiatives in Zambia, both with cell phones, with guys with cell phones, and making use of Google. Yeah. So people can get free Gmail accounts, but if they want to come in here and be part of our professional body, it's £15 a month. Now, we were with a professional body called the International Coaching Register, which gave us ISO 17024 compliance. It costs people €100 a year to be part of that, and you get nothing for it. Yep. It's pretty similar with ICF accreditation. You pay $258 a year for that, for an American, the ICF thing, and it's not really relevant for what we do. What we do is highly specialized, and so I would like to get sign off on that from you all. So anyone opposed? All for it? Just let's give a thumbs up. Yep. Cool. Fatima Marita, this is a good time to go like that. There we go. All right. Okay, great. Okay. And Gwen, cool. Great. Can we hear you now, Gwen?
Yes, if it lasts. I haven't heard anything. I'm sorry. I've
there we
lost
go.
connection. Let me finish. I haven't heard anything. I've lost connection 7 times. I'm sorry. I don't know what you've been saying. I don't know what's been happening. Sorry.
Okay.
It's not my fault. It's connection all the time.
We got it. We got it. We've got you. It's recorded. It's fine. So, and you know very well what we're going through today. Okay. And I hope you got my thanks and appreciation just for everything you do personally and for our organization. Okay, so to approve fees of £5,000, students registered for the course for a certified professional recovery coach. So just to put some context around that is we're building a relationship with the University of Zambia to get our course accredited and to go to degree level. And we're working with various academics around the world. The academics meet on a Friday, and we're starting to put this together so that there's actually a degree recognized profession that we're creating here. And we're going to charge £5,000 for that. And just to put some context here, for an international student to attend a college or university here in the UK is about £10,000 a year. Yeah, so this is at 75% more affordable to receive a degree that is really filling a market need that is needed in the marketplace. So Emma is a great example of that. Somebody that was unemployed came to our training, the training was adapted to her learning style, and she's now able to go out into the workplace, and a starting salary for our recovery coaches is around £25,000 a year. You know, there's a market that's been created here for that, just because to address the mental health crisis and the value of lived experience. Nobody is providing the professional status that we are providing. Nobody is at that sort of level. And we must be proud of that. I must be proud of that. My father would be proud of me for that. Yeah, pity he's not around to see me, but being the academic that he was, it's yeah. So do we have a yes on that price? And I'm telling you now, the trustees and people around me, this is a good time for you to say, no, David, it should be more.
I've got some questions. So the students,
Yeah.
once it's accredited through the University of Zambia, will apply to do it, correct?
Pardon?
How many years is it? Is it 1 year? Is it?
It depends. It's about a 2-year course. Yeah, and the way that we're going to do it is people, it'll be like work placement. Yep, so you're working and you do the academic stuff on the side. So
That's
so that's
part-time.
how, yeah, or full time. People could do it full time. And what we're going to do is
Not
tailor.
if they're working, they can't. Not if they're working.
Yeah, but like Emma is working in a lived experienced organization that is connected to us. So it's like the university has work placement things. Think of it like that.
So, and you're saying it's a 2-year course, and who does the lecturing?
We do.
Who's we?
Well, hope so. We're putting that together at the moment. Mostly it's me.
Okay.
There's David Patton. He's a academic from the University of Derby. His thing is deconstruction of education, the decolonization of education, and using bringing photo voice as a research methodology for students. That's a good piece to bring on here. David Best he was at Trinity in the UK. His thing is inclusive recovery cities. So how do you sign on cities to embrace recovery? That's a movement here. Joanna Ivers from Trinity College in Dublin. She's going to be overseeing recovery orientated systems of care. So creating organizations working within national health based systems. She's in Ireland, Trinity College Dublin's in Ireland. In South Africa, Guy Du Plessis, who's does philosophy as a way of life and recovery as he wrote that integral. He's written a lot of fucking books. He's done all that Ken Wilber stuff. And any
And the material, the curriculum for you to train will be similar to the recovery coaching
so I'll
that
bring
you've already developed.
Yeah, I'll bring the coaching component to it. Professor Given Hapunda, he runs the School of Psychology faculty at the University of Zambia, and his thing is public health. And we need to decide what that's going to be at the, yeah. So that's all in process still, but that's kind of where we're moving to.
Thank you. And just one more thing, I said to Gwen when she asked me to meet today, I said I was happy to meet, but I've got to leave any minute. She said it would be 40 minutes.
Oh, okay,
So
no problem. Do you need to check
I
out?
think you said that, did you? So if I hop off, that's why I'm gone.
That's absolutely fine,
Do I
ma'am.
need to? Okay. Thank you, everyone.
We can send you the transcript and a summary. Okay.
Right.
And Gwen's trying again. All right. So the other thing I wanted to say is selling this as a package to Leros in the UK. Do you need to go, Marilyn?
I think I must. I'll get the recording, guys. Lovely to see you all.
Okay.
And I've got a patient from the Netherlands. I might want to talk to Paula.
Good.
So, take care, everyone.
Sure.
We'll be in touch.
Anytime. Take care. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Thank you, Marilyn. Bye.
Hey, Gwen, you're back. Okay. So basically the £7,000 is people get a 3-day training and they get the 10-week systemic wellness practitioner. That's the kind of the price that we're going to be selling in the marketplace here. The reason why I want this kind of package like this is it will make my life easier because people want to negotiate with me and I just give shit away and go whatever. I'd like some, like, this is what our offering is. This is how much we sell our cattle for. Am I losing you all? Vessel, you still here?
Yes. Look, I'll take guidance from you guys on, yeah, I made the sum. I mean, it's 125,000 Rand, but it sounds like it's for a 2-year course, hey?
Yeah.
Okay, which is not bad. You will not get that in South Africa at a better price, I guess, as well, because it's about 60K a year.
Yeah.
Sounds like, yeah. Great.
Yeah.
So yes, I guess you could probably, because you are going to start looking, I assume, at donor funding to
Yes.
subsidize this, and then the trust will actually be paying on behalf of those students and seeing that
Yes.
they actually get a qualification at the end of the day.
Yes.
Okay, great. And then obviously, you know, I'm not going to unpack the governance, etc., but, you know, we're obviously going to have a list with people with passports, IDs. We have to go through a governance process with that. And should somebody, for example, you know, drop out, what are the implications? You know, is there some form of accountability? How does one deal with that? But, you know, we can color all of that in. I don't think it's necessary to, I thought today is only a bird's eye view, you know, high level of what you intend doing. And then obviously we need to get to the point where you also, who will be the donors, or, you know, you obviously have some idea of where the funding is going to come from, so that we don't get ourselves, as I always say, half pregnant, and we put people through, you know, we enroll them and, you know, the funding doesn't come in as expected, and we start sitting with current liabilities, you know, managing this. You know, I'm just thinking the basic accounting stuff. Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, basically, it's going to be like, if that happens, it'll be like we've been doing it for the past 20 years.
Yeah, but I'm sure the Zambian university will want their money. It's not like the resources you've been working with to date that, you know, have just not asked for any payments, you know, and everything is
Well. I mean, this is a joint venture with them.
okay.
Yeah, so it'll be a commercial venture. And what we love about the Zambian University is it was started by the poor for the poor, and people came together and just started to bring whatever they could and barter, and that's how the university was formed. Yep.
Okay.
And the academics are giving freely of their time at the moment. And what we'll do is we'll take their content and package it onto our learning management system. And then it becomes the course material that a lot of the students can self-study. And we can have existing coaches and trained facilitators deliver that content for the lecturer.
And the beneficiaries, are those going to be South African previously
Anyone.
disadvantaged?
It's going to
Oh,
be any
anyone
person on the planet.
on the planet. Okay. I'll take that with Merida offline, because let's just get I just need to get obviously an opinion on, you know, being a South African Section 18(8) trust, that we just
So
check with the accountants. Yeah.
yeah. So where we're going with this vessel, sorry, is are we all agreed on 7,000? Let's have a thumbs up. Yes, no. Yeah, Paula's there, Vessel's there, Merida, Fatima, cool. Emma, great. All right. So last week, Vessel, there was legislation came out in South Africa around creating a private university. So what I want to do in the South African context is for us to build our own recovery coaching university, and for the foundation clinic to be seen as a university hospital. And we have a campus in Johannesburg, which is overseen by Leanne. and a campus in Cape Town, which is overseen by Nikki. And that we take the treatment around that to the treatment in the virtual spaces, because that's really where treatment is going to be going, and moving towards, just because there's so many queues of people needing treatment, particularly here in the north and first world countries. There's a huge fentanyl problem in the US, and we can provide a service there, partnering with existing therapists in the US and around the world. So where we're going to take the training as well is, instead of training people with substance use disorder, we're going to be focusing it on the existing professionals, in training them on how to work with people with lived experience. So that takes a training to a much wider professional audience that have two things. They have first of all, they have the resources to pay for continuous treatment. Yep, and our pricing is great there, and it's something that their own professional bodies would want people to do. So we want to position. Does that make sense?
Yes, I guess where I'm coming from, when we're going to issue the Section 18A certificate and the funding is offshore, we'll have to get our heads around that, because, this is very specific to the South African Revenue Services.
Yeah,
And,
so if funding comes in from offshore into the trust as raising a fund, is that a problem?
Yeah, we'll have to just check with them how we deal with that. Obviously, they'll accept the funding, but I'm just thinking on the beneficiary side, because the accountants did want a very specific list with who are the beneficiaries. And we just need to check if it's foreign funding, can we then actually utilize it towards foreigners? Because where the Section 18A from South African Revenue Services come, it must be, the idea is that it is actually for the benefit of previously disadvantaged individuals, from South Africa.
Yeah,
That was my
no,
understanding. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fun. So,
Yeah.
just to give you an idea, we've trained Cricket South Africa, and a lot of their coaches. They have 70 hubs around the country. We would like funding to turn those hubs into community centers and Leros, yeah, and to pay for those coaches so that we can create resources within communities around the whole of South Africa. So for me, it's a no-brainer, and I think any politician would love to jump on that. And it aligns with the South African National Drug Master Plan, which is already in place.
Yeah, no, because I'm just thinking, there's the bulk of the funding is offshore and the beneficiaries are offshore, then it's probably going to be replicating something similar to what we've got here in the 18A abroad. But I'm going to have to speak to the accountants. As I say, these things we can take offline with Marita and her, the accountants that are currently doing the financials.
But Vessel, is to also understand, we've got some entities in the Netherlands. We've got the Global Wellness Education Network in the UK, and then we've got the UACT Community Interest Company in London.
Yeah, so you can all use those entities where it's needed. Okay.
Yeah.
No, and that's why I just thought we're obviously not going to try and govern the whole world. We don't want to take over, the offshore operations.
Wait till you meet Rabson.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and I guess that's the only caveat that because it's going to be very rand specific. We've got the foreign exchange with SARB. So when the currency comes in and you take it out, we'll have to go through that processes. The moment you are paying out foreign currencies, even if you take it out of that to Zambia, there's going to be SARB approvals and that type of thing. but yeah, let me not belabor this call with all those little governance structures. We can get our heads around it, with all the approvals that's necessary.
Yeah, cool. So let's go to point number 8 then, which is to appoint Bruce Greater the Chief Financial Officer of the Certified Professional Body. So Bruce is, just some context, Bruce is a finance guy in fact, he was a prefect of my school, Cape Town High. Yeah, he's I think he sits on the board of Prudential, a non-executive. But he's agreed to make sure that to sign off on the professional body and the donation. So you've got some support there with him. Yeah, he's a finance guy in the UK with me. So are you all right with that? Anyone disagree with that? Paula's given a yes. Fatima,
Yep.
Marita,
No, it's
cool.
great.
All right.
Got a resource.
Okay. And then there's a donation that we've got coming in from Trevor. Trevor is an old school friend of mine from Think Space, and he'll need a Section 18A certificate, and we need to make sure that happens. And from that, I really want to go off and tell people about us raising money for a university, because I think a lot more people will feel more comfortable donating to an education as opposed to trying to help give people treatment. And we've got 4 minutes left. So, fuck, what a journey. Sorry, everyone. I just blah, 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 blah. Can we check out now? I'm sorry, I've got another one. Yeah. All right, Fatima, you check out first, love.
Yeah, sorry, we also have another meeting. I'm checking out, I don't know how I'm feeling right now. Hungry, hangry. So, but I'm grateful for this meeting and understanding where we're moving, where we're heading. Yeah, and thankful. And to meeting new people and honoring the trustees. Thank you.
Marida?
I check out grateful and everything that Fatima said. I agree and I feel the same. So thank you, everyone. Lots of love.
Yeah. Paula, are you good to check out?
Sorry, yes, no, yes, I'm checking out, excited about everything ahead, grateful that I had a chance to be part of this, and moving forward.
Oh, Vessel?
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm very excited for you guys, and I think you are going to hit the nail on the head here, and going the educational route. So yeah, my prayers are with you every day. I'll go on my knees every night, and may this be a huge success. I know you are going to carry this off, so may the donor funding start coming in. You guys have waited very long. So yeah, I'm very hopeful. Thanks.
Thanks, Vessel. Emma?
Yeah, I'm really grateful to be a part of this, and it's really nice to see how the cogs turn, and I'm very excited and inspired. So thank you very much, guys.
Cool, thanks. Gwen, are you okay to check out? I'm sorry you've had
Yeah, well,
such horrific
I haven't heard
connection.
I haven't heard a single word of the meeting. I'm actually very distressed and very frustrated. I really wanted to attend. I'm so sorry. I hope you'll send me the notes if the recording comes. Yes?
Of course. I'll
Will
send
you-
you the recording now.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone. I'm afraid the students are coming into my next class.
Excellent.
So
Good luck.
lots of love. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.